Chairperson, just to move away slightly, we are on a podcast now. There've been like some complaints of late, and people were saying podcasts need to be regulated. Do you think what we are doing now needs to be regulated?
That's the first time I've been asked like that, and my answer is yes. No. So what we're going to be doing as a portfolio committee, I did make reference to the fact that we are looking at our own legislative agenda. We have come to the realization that we cannot sit and wait for government. I mean, the legislation in our environment is outdated. It's archaic, let alone outdated. The Broadcasting Act, the ECA, even the MDDA Act needs revision. The CETA Act needs revision. So we are defining for ourselves, and this is going to be discussed at the strategic planning workshop that I mentioned yesterday. Where is it that we're going to focus in Parliament in terms of amendments? Now, one of the gaps that exists is obviously the regulation of the over-the-top services, the OTTs.
Okay.
We don't have any legislation that governs, firstly, entry into our market. We don't have, you, Mr. Moyo, if you can find X, please, give me a plug, because we don't know where to find them. They've got no presence in the country. Some don't even pay taxes. I mean, I don't want to mention names here, but there's monies that we pay to these platforms and immediately they go out of the country. They don't have... for example, the same obligations that we put on, whether it's the MNOs, I mean, regulatory parity, whether you're speaking about Starlink or you're speaking about over-the-top services is very important. You have streaming services, your on-demand video services. We've had lots of engagement with Netflix in this regard, where they would speak to us about what they're doing in the country, but we can't operate on goodwill, right? There's a lot of money that's been invested into these networks that they're utilizing, and maybe we must look at what those obligations look like. So we're going to debate amongst ourselves legislation that is going to govern the operation of the OTTs, and we'll obviously look to the department, to the regulator, to look at what that regulation should look like. Our view, though, when it comes to podcasts is, firstly, we must update the ECA. Firstly, just to recognize that there is electronic media, there are podcasts which form part of, in our view, the broader broadcasting suite of services that are out there. I mean, the ECA only speaks about community, commercial, and public broadcasting.